Good evening and welcome. My name is Phil. This is 100% LCFC. This is the Monday Night Fanzone live every Monday, 8:30. We want to get your views in, your news, your gossip. What do you think about the latest transfers? Let me know your views. Obviously, that's what it's all about. We have got some transfer gossip we want to discuss. I can get your comments on the screen. We're trying some new technology, so bear with us. Hopefully it will work. We have got today, one of the things we are doing is we are going to be giving away the new Leicester City shirt, the blue shirt. We've done a competition thanks to our pals at Emergency Glazing Services. They gave us the money to go and get a new shirt. So if you've entered, that was via the website. And we have got, look at this, look at technology coming through. We have got a Wheel of Fortune. Look at that. Now I'm going to spin it. Now this one doesn't count. So if you're watching and your name pops up, don't worry, you haven't won. So we can spin it. Look at that. And it's got, I think there's about 400 names on that. I'm going to click off it before it gets too much further, because whoever wins it on that click doesn't win it. So we don't want to see what name pops up there. We will be doing that towards the end of the show. Please do get your views and get your comments into it. So we have got the blue shirt to give away. Round of applause. Thank you for that. We will, as ever, I know a lot of you want to win a couple of pizzas from our pals at Peter's Pizza. So we've got 2 pizzas to give away. You just have to put in the comments a pizza emoji and I will pick somebody out at random. No wheel for that, but that's very simple. 2 pizzas from our pals at Peter's Pizza. So just put an emoji in the comments there. Now, your comments, they take a few seconds to load up in this new format, but they will come on there. Get your comments on screen. Let me know your views about some of the transfer news and gossip that is coming through. Stephen Price, there we go. He's got his pizzas in there, so it's Paul Spilling. Listen, I don't want all your comments full of pizzas. Stephen Burton says, hey, Phil, hey, how are you, Steph? Sorry, Steph Burton. How are you? Terry Fuller again. Thanks, Terry. Terry was helping me earlier. How is the feed now? Is it working okay, Terry? I've put 50p in my electric meter and hopefully we're getting lots of things through. Clem Watkins is doing a bit of a emoji. Anyway, get your views up there. Get your comments up. Malcolm Haskett is saying evening to all. We've got quite a few transfer rumours to go through. Let's start off by looking at those. Comments should pop up, which is very nice. We've been talking about various different transfer rumours over the last week or so. Some are absolute bag of spanners and some maybe have got some legs in there. So again, put in the comments there what you want. Stuart Widows is saying he's had his dinner, doesn't need his pizza. It's fine. No pizza for you then, Stuart. Let me know what you think to some of these transfer rumours that have been doing the rounds over the last few days, the last week or so. Not all of them on 100% LCFC. Some have been going around. Thanks, Terry, for letting me know that it's going all right. Daniel Harrison is saying, will we have any players left after this, according to the media? And I agree with you, Daniel. We will talk about that. A lot of Leicester players being linked, leaving us, which is quite sad and quite worrying to think. Obviously, people have been... The big one over the last 24 hours is... I'm laughing there at somebody saying they're on a diet. Hayden Shearer has just put in the most pizza emojis ever. I wish I hadn't said put pizza emojis in. Just one pizza emoji. Thank you. Yeah, James Maddison is the big gossip that both being linked with Tottenham Hotspur. What do you think to that? What a shame to see Spurs not win another trophy. Trophy cabinet is still empty in the new stadium. In fact, I saw a little bit of a joke. Somebody said Tottenham have had more stadiums than trophies in the last 30 years, which is quite good. Stephen Price is saying we're not a selling club anymore. I think if the price is right, Stephen, I think we are still a selling club, if I'm honest. And I think there's some big numbers being bandied around with Maddison. We bought him for 25 million this time last year from Norwich. I've seen 60 million being mentioned for James Maddison. Would you take 60 million? Personally, I don't want to sell anybody at the moment. Don't want to sell Maddison. I've seen Chilwell linked with several clubs, including Real Madrid for £70 million. Have you seen that one? £70 million for Chilwell. Would you take that? Liam Batchelor is saying Maddison came to us because he wanted to be close to his family this year. Terry Payne is saying, let's not get hung up if Tielemans doesn't come. Simon May is saying, why have we not signed Tielemans yet? I've got to be honest with you, the longer it goes on with Tielemans, the more fearful I am about it. Richard Adams is saying, should we have heard about Tielemans by now, bearing in mind that we thought it might be on the 1st of June. Mark Gatwood is saying, I'm buffering again. Apologies about that for buffering. Richard Rika, how do you say that? Saying I'd take Mitrovic over Rondon. Hayden makes me laugh, saying someone signed the teen lady on a 5-year contract. Spurs are going to come in for them. Mick Paget, hi Mick. Thanks for your comments. Mick is saying we're not a selling club anymore. Well, what do you think about Maddison? What do you think about Maguire? Again, reading about Maguire on the transfers today, that he said one of the comments he said is he's not even thinking about Man United or Man City. He's just concentrating on England this week. But that's sort of like saying I sort of am thinking about Man City and Man United, but not this week. I'll think about it for next week, is almost what I think he's saying. Ben Kane is saying the international transfer window isn't open yet, so stay calm, everybody. Brad Lingard, hi Brad. Brad Lingard is part of Emergency Glazing Services, who've got the prize that we'll be coming on to. Don't forget that we'll be doing that. Get a plug in there, Brad, for you. Emergency Glazing Services, they gave us the prize. We'll be doing the wheel spinning towards the end of the show. Entered for that, which is great. And we've got a new competition launching as well. Let's get back to the transfers. So, as your comments load up there, Slimani, let's start with Slimani. What do we think about Islam Slimani? There, I've circled. Would you keep Slimani? Would you let him go? That is going to be key. Martin Rose is saying no buffering, and he's in France. Thanks, Martin. Transfer window is open, says Andrew Wilson. Wayne here is saying that we need a striker. We certainly do need a striker. Well, look, Wayne, I've got 3 strikers here for you. Mitrovic, Rondon, Slimani. We actually own Slimani. Are we going to keep him? What do you think to this guy? This, for me, is a key potential signing. Right age, I think Mitrovic is about 25. I think Rondon is 29, 30. I would take either Mitrovic or Rondon. I slightly think Rondon's the steadier player. I would give Slimani a go. That would be my logic as well. Ben Kane, let's read what you're saying here. Ben Kane saying Slimani, no matter what, we'll never recoup our money for him. Simon May saying, give him one more season. He's a good target man. Brad is saying good luck to everybody, which is great. Joanna is saying, feel a bit sorry Nugent has been let go by Derby. Didn't really have much impact, if I'm honest for you, Joanna. I know a few Derby fans. Obviously, I was super gutted that Derby didn't get promoted. Well, okay, I wasn't. Nugent, great servant for Leicester. He's been on and done well, but just I think he's at the end of his career, isn't he? James Lewitt is saying here, we're building a young team, so I'd be happy with Mitrovic. I totally agree. Craig is saying Slim needs to move on. Do you agree, Craig? I reckon Rodgers could do a deal with him, though, Craig. I reckon he could get something out of it. Paul is saying Mitrovic is a number 9. Would he replace Vardy? Not sure about that. Glenn is saying Maddison will go as he's a Man United fan. Justin is promising a youngster. Yes, Justin. We're apparently in pole position, I'm hearing, for Justin. 7.5 million, Luton. Been linked also with Stoke and Villa, but Leicester seem to be at the forefront of that one, we are hearing. And there's potentially a deal going to be done in the next couple of days on that one. Again, it's hearsay. Let me know. Oh, here comes Scott and Brett with their pizzas. Well done, Scott. Well done, Brett. This is particularly for Scott and Brett. You can win the 2 pizzas from Peter's Pizzas. Just put in one emoji, one pizza emoji, Scott. That's it. and I'll pick somebody right at the end. Try not to put too many emojis in though, Scott, for goodness sake. Anyway, back to the transfers. Where were we? Yeah, Justin, I'm hearing that we are in pole position for him. What do you reckon to him? And also, James, been on loan at West Brom. I think we're probably not going to get near James because there is other clubs such as Man United linked with him. Quite a few clubs are looking at him. He's a Chelsea player, I think I'm right in saying. So, one of their many. Are Chelsea going to sell players when they've got this embargo, haven't they? So, question here from Brad Norman saying, what do you think about Andros Townsend? It's a great question, Bradley. What do you think to Andros Townsend? Everybody get your views in. For me, I don't think it shows enough ambition if we're going for that sort of player. I do think he's pretty good quality. I just think he's been around a bit. I don't know why. I can't quite put my finger on it. I think he is quite good. I'm aiming higher than that, I think, now. I think I'd rather go on somebody, I think, better, I'm going to say. Sorry, Mark Gatwood is putting me right. James played at Wigan last season. Sorry, Mark. Thank you for putting me right. My memory is a sieve. Stephen Price is asking, would you take Jack Marriott as he's a game-changer player? Get your views in on that. Mark Gatwood is agreeing with me, saying that Townsend... I didn't call him dead wood, to be fair, Mark, but I do think that... I just don't think he's good enough. Hello to Phil Palmer. How are you? Dan Shearer, good to hear from you, Dan. Say a couple of seasons ago, maybe Townsend, but not now. Agree with you there, Dan. I just think it's too much. Anthony Howard, don't forget, go and follow Anthony Howard LCFC Boyer on YouTube, saying Wilson is the best option out of the three at the moment. Now, we've not really chatted about Wilson here. On loan at Derby County for the season. On loan from Liverpool. I believe scored 16 goals in the Championship this season. Watched the playoff final for Derby. He had some good touches, got involved. I think he looks, again, another winger. I'm not sure we need a winger. I'd like to see us linked more heavily, again, with the likes of Rondon, Mitrovic. People are saying Che Adams as well. Torres as well. Yeah, I haven't put a picture up of it, Torres. We have Greg Bowser is saying, what do you think about Torres? I think, Greg, if I'm honest, he's being linked with clubs in a different hemisphere, different stratosphere to Leicester. He's being linked with people like Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich. I think Torres is going to be just, if he goes somewhere, he's probably going to go to one of those if they come in for him. Anthony Howard is saying he's quality, love him when he plays for Wales. Hayden Shearer is saying just the one pizza emoji this time. Thank you, Hayden. You're in with a chance. Lewis King is saying I'd sign Tammy Abraham. I think he would fit into the team perfectly and he's still young. Sam Perkins is saying we do need a winger. Well, again, this sort of brings us on to somebody asked earlier, would you sell Demarai Gray? That was a big question we were talking about earlier. Would you sell Demarai Gray? Personally, I would if the price was right. I think if somebody came in and offered 25 million for Demarai Gray, I'd be taking that. Would you guys take that? Let me know. Mark Gatwood is saying Wilson was shite in the playoff final for Derby. Yeah, he's certainly. I mean, we were watching him with an eye, thinking that we'd been linked to him. I remember him having one sort of snatch shot in the second half that didn't do any good. So Mick Paget is asking a great question there about the academy. I agree with you, Mick. Who have we got who is coming up from the academy who could play up front with Vardy or come on as bench? There's been very little from the academy striker-wise. Dan Shearer is saying he'd take Wilson and get rid of Gray. Not sure Wilson's going to come to Leicester, if I'm honest with you guys. That would be my take on it. Scott Simpson is saying Iron Robin. Yes, we haven't talked about this man yet, Iron Robin. This time last week, this was getting all exciting. The bookies had us down as favourites. I think we were 2-1 to sign him at one point. It's gone pretty quiet since him. I would definitely take Iron Robin. Why would you not take a world-class player? would be my question, but I want to know what you lot think. Would you take Iron Robin or not? Gray, this is Joanna saying Gray is as good as he was 2 seasons ago and hasn't improved any. Yeah. James Hall is saying, will Gray go? Interesting one. I don't think there's been any much talk of Damari Gray going yet, but a lot of you, Bradley Lingard, saying sell Gray and Gazelle, both not good enough. Again, Gazelle, winger. We were talking earlier, do we need a winger or not? I think, obviously, if you get rid of Gray, if you get rid of Gazelle, then I think you're right. I think we will need a winger. Callum Lusty says Gray shows up 1 in 20 games. Definitely talented, but sadly not consistent enough. To be fair, you know, when we bought him, somebody told me, one of the Birmingham fans said that Damari Gray is a 1 in 6. He turns up 1 in 6, and they were sad to sell him for 3 million to us, but they also said he is one of those players where you go, well, I don't see it enough from him, and that was when he was in the Championship. Greg Bowser is saying get rid of Gazelle, he's rubbish. Mark Gatwood, I agree with you. Mark Gatwood says Iron Robin has 1 season left. So, look, let's start with some ticks. Iron Robin, for me, I'm going to say what I would have Iron Robin if he's available for 1 season. World-class player. If he would come to Leicester, I would take him. But I genuinely think that he's probably got 1 more season in him. And I think somebody who's either in the Champions League or in the Europa League would take him. And I think you'd rather have a bit of that. So that, for me, Iron Robin, I would take. We've not talked about Tielemans. We're going to come on to Tielemans. I would happily take Mitrovic and Rondon. I would give Slimani a go. I really would. I'd give Slimani a go. These two, if I'm honest, question marks. I don't watch enough lower league to give them a comment. And Wilson, again, promising, but I would put questions on it. So that's where I'm at the moment. David Gavin is saying I like Bowen. Right, I'd like to look into him, see what a bit more is there. Mick Paget is shouting for Schmeichel to be skipper. Ellis says, hi Ellis, thanks for watching. Says, Gray plays a lot of games and doesn't look any better at all. No sign of improvement. Ellis would be buzzing if he went, to be honest. Andy Medhurst, hi Andy, thanks for watching as ever. Andy, I think you're right. Andy Medhurst says, Gray is just not as good as he thinks he is. I think most of us would agree with that. Dan Shearer says, who would you get rid of? Who would I get rid of? Well, I'd get rid of Iheanacho, if I'm honest. I've seen enough there. I'd get rid of Iheanacho. I don't think there is enough of a player to get there, so that's one off the top of my head. Matty James, sorry, got to go. Slimani, I'd give him 4 weeks of pre-season with Brendan Rodgers, and I'd look at him in the first 2 pre-season matches at Scunthorpe. I'd let him play at Scunthorpe and Rotherham and places like that and see if he's up for it. If not, he can just go. If you can get rid of him. The thing with Slimani is he's reportedly on 80 grand a week, and nobody's going to pay that. Nobody's going to pay 20 grand a week for Slimani. It looks like, I don't know, we're not in the changing room, but Slimani looks like on the pitch he's got temperamental issues, and if he wants to do it, wants to do it. But I'd give him a go. Stephen Price is saying get rid of Andy King. Paul Spilling is saying what about Silva returning to see how he fits with Rodgers? It's a shout. Let's talk about this guy. Let's talk all about Tielemans, because I tell you what, day in, day out, I think he is not sounding like he's coming to Leicester. There's too many other he's being linked with. Man United. He's being linked with. Oh, he's being linked. Who is? Name me a team Tielemans has not been linked with. Name me that team, and it's just not sounding good. I've just got a feeling, a bit like Dragovic last season, and I'm going to bring Dragovic up because I think we missed out on Dragovic. I think he was there. We saw what he could do. Anthony Howard is saying sign him up. Of course, Anthony. Of course. Why? We've had him on test drive since January. We know he's good enough. If we're not careful, well, I think it is now in that stage that there's no smoke without fire with the paper talk. Andy Medhurst is saying, who's going to want Nacho after what he's done at Leicester? I agree. Dan Shearer is saying, it's just his agent talk, though, to boost his feet, which it could well be. Joanna's saying, Yuri should have been our priority. James Hall is saying, I can't see him staying. Can't see, this is Craig saying, can't see Leicester getting Tielemans. George Abbott is saying, A up, Cropper. All right, George, all right. James Lewitt saying, personally, I don't think we'll sign him. If I was in charge of transfers, I'd sign him up on a pre-contract the day left to go back to Monaco. James Hall is saying, not going to lie, he's better than Pogba. Mark Gatwood is saying, Tielemans fits. Ben Kane has got a great question there. He says, Phil, question is Tielemans too good for us? That's the question. The thing is, we took the gamble by taking him on loan, that if he plays well, which he has done, and shows he can handle the Premier League, which he has done, it alerts all the top 6 clubs who are always looking for somebody who's they're not prepared to take gambles, the top 6 clubs. They want to take people who can do it. Rare they take a gamble. And people like Tielemans, look, Tielemans is a gamble. Gazelle was a gamble. Pereira was a gamble. Maddison was a gamble. Musa was a gamble. Slimani was a gamble. You see where I'm going with this? We gamble. Some of them come off fantastic. Ricardo Pereira has been brilliant. That was a £20 million, and it was a gamble because he's not played in the Premier League. That was £20 million. That was brilliant. Tielemans, we gambled, but we didn't put our money where our mouth is, and it paid off, and I think we're going to lose out. People like Slimani was a £30 gamble, and it's not paid off. Musa, I'd probably put Mendy in there, to be fair. Mark Gatwood is saying he was happy at Leicester. Yes, he was for the 3 or 4 months he was with us, Mark, but trust me, he's a footballer. He'd also be very happy at Man United as well, or somewhere like that. Rich and Derica. I'm sorry about your name, Rich and Derica. Don't know if I'm saying that right, but it says Nacho should go on loan somewhere, get some proper game time. He has age on his side. Up with Kramaric just getting rid. Who do we have? This is Sam Perkins says, who do we get in midfield if we don't get Tielemans? Sam, that is a great question, and that's why this guy here, we all want to sign him. Sign him up. That is what we want, isn't it? Difficult. Really, really difficult, Sam, that you do wonder. Again, I slightly fear. Some people said, I said to you at the end of the season that we want that Europa spot. By the way, did Wolves get the Europa spot? I really haven't given a monkeys about it. Did Wolves get the Europa spot in the end with Chelsea winning the Europa League and what happened in the FA Cup and the Champions League? Did Wolves get into the last spot? I know they finished 7th, but did they get it? But it would have helped if we'd have got into that Europa spot this season. It would have helped sign Tielemans, and it would have helped keep players like Maddison, Maguire, Chilwell just interested maybe for one more season. And I fear slightly, again, look, let's be honest, Maguire and Chilwell, where are they at the moment? Where are Maguire and Chilwell at the moment? They're off with England. Look who else they are sat in the England squad with. And do you think they're talking? Do you think they're not talking about next season and who you're going to play for? Or they'll get the papers, they'll read the papers and go, look, Harry, you're all over the back papers again. Talking of Man City, Man United. He'll be talking to some of the Man City lads and they'll be going, yeah, it's good. Anyway, that's my view. It's going to be tough to keep on to them. Mark Gatwood says we still need a bench and a full squad. Greg says diabetes might still come good under Rodgers. Andy Meadows is saying any more on the rumour of Chilwell going, yeah, lots of rumours. Even Real Madrid for 70 million, can you believe? Leicester should have finished 7th in the last 2 seasons, says Craig, which is great. James Hall is saying, is Harry on the way out? No news yet, but he did say, again, paper talk, he did say he's not even thinking about Man City or Man United this week while he's away with England, which sort of sounds like to me he may be thinking about it next week. Listen, that was lots of the transfers as I play around with things. That's lots of transfer gossip we've got in there. We're going to keep doing this. We're going to do, I need to give away the pizzas now. So if you want to put your emojis in for the pizzas, then I will give away the pizzas at the end. I'm going to do them at the end, the pizzas at the end. So I will give them away after we've gone and done let me find it. The Leicester City shirt. Now, we ran this competition on Leicester Fan TV, which is our main website. Do go there and catch up with the gossip. Your views go on there, so go and see if your views get on there. Thanks to the guys at Emergency Glazing Services. They've got another competition. I've got this. This is going to be the next competition starting later this week. Honestly, we've got so many freebies. This little bit of goodie coming out here. This is a glove. This is going to be, again, Emergency Glazing Services is going to do this. I've got a glove. It's signed by, and this is really apt this week. Can you see who that's signed by? That is signed by, because part of the content team, 100% LCFC, James Harlow, is running a best ever Leicester team. And he started that tonight, and he wanted to know who is the best ever Leicester goalie. Now, this is signed by one of the contenders. This is signed by, surely you can see that, Gordon Banks. So, guys at Emergency Glazing Services, we've got that to give away. I'll set that competition up later this week. But that's Gordon Banks. Is he the best ever goalie for Leicester? Certainly one of the best goalies for England. So, therefore, surely one of the best ever goalies for Leicester. As you can see, signed by the man himself, the legend. We've got that to give away in a new competition. But today, let's get on with today's competition, which is the Leicester City shirt. Now, here we are. Look at this. This is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fox's Fortune. I don't know what you want to call it. Something like that. But I'm going to spin this in a minute. Yes, I'm dragging it out. But I'm going to spin it. There's 400 names on here. As you can see them changing. All the names are changing. Going to spin it. It's going to land on somebody's name. And that person is going to be the winner of a brand new Leicester shirt. Now, if that winner's already got the Leicester shirt, we'll give them a gift card so they can go and spend it in the shop. They can go and buy a different shirt if they want. So, without any much more fluffing around, because look at that, it's 2 minutes to Love Island. Yes, I know you're all going to go and watch it. Let's get this spun before Love Island. Hopefully you've got that all recorded. We don't want to watch that, you want to watch this. Feel like Leslie Crowther. Come on down. Who's the winner? It is Lisa Carter. Woo! Lisa Carter is the winner. Let me make a note of that. Lisa Carter. I used to go to school with a Lisa Carter. Don't think it's the same person. Anyway, well done to Lisa. She has won. Well done to you. We have got a new competition that we have started today on Leicester Fan TV. It's not that one. Let me find it. That was well done to you, Lisa Carter, for winning the blue shirt. We've got a new competition. Our pals at Pink Vehicle Leasing. It sort of makes sense, this, doesn't it? Pink Vehicle Leasing have given us a pink Leicester shirt to give away. Do you want to win the pink Leicester shirt? Given to us by the pals at Pink Vehicle Leasing. Go and follow them on social media, on Twitter, on Facebook, etc., etc. If you want to enter that one, we'll be doing the draw just like that. We'll get the Wheel of Fox's Fortune out in a few weeks' time. You have to go and answer a simple question. The question is, how many goals did Jamie Vardy score for Leicester last season? And you have to enter via the website, which is LeicesterFanTV.com. Can't say it simpler than that. LeicesterFanTV.com, please and thank yous. So thanks to that. Now I'm going to pick, like I said, we need to finally give away 2 pizzas. So if you've been putting your emojis in, I'm going to go and find you now. I'm just going to see somebody, 1 pizza emoji into the comments, and we'll see who's got that. Just waiting for the comments to load up on the screen so that I can scroll back through them and pick somebody. Well done. Don't forget to Lisa Carter for winning that Leicester shirt. I'll be contacting you. And I am going to just literally pick the first name that I saw on there, Hayden Shearer. for the pizza. Well done, Hayden. I can't remember if you've won anything before. I'm just writing this down. Hayden Shearer, pizza. What? Not sure what Ben's on about. Oh, sorry, Hayden. No, Hayden, you've won. Trust me. You've won. I've just let you in now, everybody. Thanks so much for watching 100% LCFC. As ever, I have to thank all the sponsors, Harlow, Geek Life, Bodie Hodges, Pink, Everard's ADT, Peter's Pizzas, the Fox's Arms, Hologram. But most of all, thanks for all you lot for watching 100% LCFC. Let me know what you think to the new format. We're still improving it. It's not quite finished yet, but we thought we'd give it a test spin for tonight. Thanks for all your comments. If you can like and share this video, that would be absolutely brilliant. So from me, Phil, that is Monday Night Fanzone. We've had a little trip through the transfers and gossip. It is time for Love Island now. Thank you, everybody who's been watching. See you soon.